Hey there and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Okay guys, I am really excited to bring you today's video. It's one I've been meaning to do for a really long time. I get lots of questions about my hair. I have spent a long time trying to figure out how to style it as best as I can, what works for me. And if you didn't know, I use a little something called Velcro rollers. They look like these guys over here. They have many different shapes, many different sizes. A lot of people overlook them as well because I don't think a lot of people know what they do or how to use them. I swear by Velcro rollers. They are super inexpensive. They don't create a lot of damage on the hair. I personally find them to be very easy, although it is a long process. As I mentioned, Velcro rollers come in a few different sizes. But to achieve this look, I go for the variety of size pack. That's what I like to use. You can get it at Target, Walmart, Shoppers Drug Mart, Walgreens. I mean, basically wherever they have a hair care section, and they really don't retail for more than like $10. I typically have my rollers in for about 3 to 5 hours. So if you were kind of in a rush or you're go in the morning or go in general, this is not the tutorial for you. But I know you guys are really itching to see this tutorial. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. Okay, so part of the reason I haven't done this yet is because my bathroom is too small and having a tripod in there really doesn't work. I'm going to show you the first steps before I put in my Velcro rollers. Right now my hair is freshly washed. I'd say it's about 50% dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some leave-in conditioner. I really like this one. Milkshake Incredible Milk 12 Effects. Put about 5 sprays in my hand and work it through. Okay, and then also while I'm here, I like to take this Thermofuse Heat Smart Serum Dry Oil Treatment, and I put it directly on the ends of my hair just because they are pretty dry. Okay, so I have my first few products in my hair. Most people would assume at this point you want to go ahead and put in your Velcro rollers. Definitely not. If your hair is too wet, the style is never really going to form because it's just never going to dry unless you have it in for like 10 hours. So what you want to do is make sure your hair is basically 95% dry before you put it in. Here's the thing with my hair though. Different parts dry at different rates. The back of my head always dries much slower than the front. So typically what I'll do, like right now this piece here, is getting close enough to have a hair roller put in. So I'll start with this, but at this point it's just a waiting game. I like it to dry down naturally as much as possible just because I am going to be using heat later. Okay, so it really hasn't been very long at all, but when I was feeling my hair, I realized there were definitely a few pieces that were already ready for the Velcro rollers. So I haven't went ahead and brushed my hair yet, but I don't like doing that in too many places if I don't need to. So I'm just gonna brush the sections right now that I know I'm gonna be putting the Velcro rollers in. I know this is going to seem pretty excessive, but I like to use this L'Oreal Hair Expertise Total Split End Repair. Also, really sorry about Mouse. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning and he wants food, but he won't eat the food that we gave him, so just another day in the life. And I'm going to put the tiniest little bit of this elixir in my hands because it can make it look oily real fast, but I just want to concentrate that on the ends of the hair. Okay, I took a little bit much there. And obviously you can't feel this right now, but it's pretty dry with a little bit of moisture, but that's exactly what you want. What you're gonna need, obviously, is your Velcro rollers, some bobby pins, something to brush your hair with. So we're gonna start with the bangs. Take a section, well this is as close to bangs I have as possible. And I'm going to take the roller that is about medium size. You're gonna take a piece about yay big. You're going to start at the end, making sure those ends are tucked in there. That is one of the most important parts. I have kind of frizzy hair, so I'm going to guide it in as it goes, making sure all those pieces are tucked in there. And then once you have it secure in place, you are going to take a bobby pin and secure it, like so. Now when I do the crown, I'm going to take the second largest one. I used to use these really big ones, but I found I wasn't getting any curl at all. It was mostly just volume. Kind of hard to show you right now, but you are going to still take a piece, not too big, making sure it's not wider than the Velcro roller. So you're gonna start, you can't see, but you are gonna roll in the opposite direction and then pin it. This way it's gonna provide more volume by being underneath, whereas this one is gonna provide more of a curl because you're rolling towards the head. Does that make sense? I hope so. This is the part where I usually kind of wait a little because these are the two pieces that I want to have in right away. Okay, so my hair is basically the right amount of dry. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just comb it out. Then I'm going to take that split end repair that I used on the rest of the hair and concentrate on those ends. I'm going to take this green one, which is the same size as the bangs. I'm gonna section off a piece here. Forgive me if it looks a little messy just because I'm doing this with my viewfinder and it's not as easy as having an actual mirror, and it's also 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm still kind of out of it. So you're gonna take a size about yay big and you're gonna roll it in the same way that you did the bangs. As I mentioned, this way kind of creates more of a curl. And here's something else I do. When I'm rolling it in, you can see it's kind of bunched up in the middle there, and I find it doesn't quite dry the way that I want. So as I'm rolling, I'm kind of pulling it away, and that just makes it dry a little better. Like usual, you're gonna put a bobby pin in place. Now when it comes to the front pieces, obviously I want more of a curl, so I'm going to go ahead with the second smallest size. Whatever layers you have on your hair, follow that. Use that as a guide because for me, this is the guide that my hair is giving me. So I'm going to take this piece here and you can kind of gauge just by how much you feel in your hand if that's too much. Again, you're going to start at the end, making sure the ends of your hair are really tucked in there. And as I mentioned, my hair can be a little bit frizzy, so I'm really gonna guide it and make sure all those like pieces are really in there. And there we go. Same thing with the bottom piece here. Again, a size about that big, and there we go. So the back pieces are a little different as well because I still want a lot of volume back there. So I'm gonna continue with a size about this big. Same way as the one before, making sure I expand the hair over it as much as possible. Now, if you find that when you grab a piece of hair, it still feels pretty wet, I highly suggest leaving it until it's a little bit drier. I know it's gonna feel like it's too dry, but I promise you, 95% dry is the way to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest on. It's just a little difficult to do it in the viewfinder, and I will be right back. Okay, as you can see, I have all of the Velcro rollers in my hair. Everything is just different sizes, different placement. I didn't think it was very important to show you because I really think based off of your hair being the texture or the length or the layers, different pieces for different places are going to work on you. This is really a trial and error process. The smaller ones obviously are going to give you more of a curl, whereas the bigger you go, the more of the volume you get. One thing I also didn't show you is that I used my blow dryer about a minute in total all around my head, and I just kind of went over everywhere. Make sure all the pieces got some heat. It is 10 o'clock now. I will probably not take it out until probably 1 p.m., which I know for a lot of people is a bit excessive, but that's just the way that I've gotten used to doing my hair. Another question I get about the hair rollers is, can you sleep in them? You most certainly can try. I don't find it to be very comfortable, but I've done it before. I just woke up and took them out and I was ready to go, but they're not very comfortable. The soft roller is definitely more appropriate for that, but who knows your pain threshold, or you might not even think it's very uncomfortable, but they are kind of spiky. Anyways, I will be back around 1 or 2. Okay, so the time is now 2:30. I have had this in my hair for about 4 hours. I like to keep it in for a minimum of 3, but I'm gonna go ahead and finally take it out. Now, some would say that you can kind of just take these out, but I like to be very careful with it. So when I pull it out, I wrap it around my finger and I just kind of let it bounce. I don't like to touch it, I don't like to comb it, kind of let it be for a little bit and continue to do that same thing. Okay, so as you can see, I have a decent amount of curl, bounce, and body in my hair. I just love the way that my hair looks after I've put Velcro rollers in, but this is not the final stage whatsoever. I know, it kind of seems like there's a lot of steps to Velcro rollers, but trust me, I find them to be really, really amazing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it just kind of fall naturally. All right, so I changed into my clothes for the day. My hair has kind of fallen a little bit. If you really like the way that my hair looks in general, this might be something you want to listen to. If not, let it be, style it as you will. So what I do is I kind of just separate my hair into two parts. I'll take one big piece like this, just comb the hair through, twist it all. I'll take one of the layers here, twist it, et voila, like so. Front bangs here are kind of bothering me, so I'm just gonna try and play around with that a little bit more. And then just to kind of make it a little less frizzy, I'm going to take this keratin smoothing cream, literally the tiniest little bit on my hands, and just kind of fiddle with it. Anyways, that is how I use Velcro rollers, etc. I know you guys have been asking for this for quite some time, and there it is. If you have any questions about how I use Velcro rollers, or you feel like I might have missed something, please do let me know in the comments below. Additionally, if you kind of want to know how I keep up with my hair care, etc., do let me know in the comments below, because this was actually pretty fun. But anyways, don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
You better turn up.
We're on our way.
You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch